Hey everybody, Kaylee Garrett Zimmerman here, founder of Femme Empowerment and Advocacy. I am excited about today's talk because it was actually a request from the live that I did on the PT, New Grad PT Mentors group. If you haven't checked that out, I did share that, so go and listen to that. But something that was asked of me to communicate on today was strengths and weaknesses. How do you determine what your strengths and weaknesses are, and how do you make those weaknesses into strengths? Because one of the things that I've found that has been super beneficial for me is being able to accept the fact that I have strengths and weaknesses, but being able to change those weaknesses to make me a stronger person. So some of the strengths that I have, and I think that it's important, one, for you to sit down, write down what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are you good at, what do you need to work on, and really pay attention to those. So with those strengths and weaknesses, write them out. My strengths are communication. I'm very compassionate. I love people. I love to build relationships. I'm a loving and caring person. Some of my weaknesses, though, are I'm insecure. I put 110% into everybody else. I expect everything and more than I should from other people. So those are some of my weaknesses that have really, been on my mind lately. So how am I working on changing those weaknesses into strengths? What I do, and so let's take the example of expecting too much out of people. What I do to make that a strength instead of a weakness is I work on it and I change myself first. You can't expect anybody else to change for you. You have to be able to build off of your strengths and weaknesses. What I do is I kind of strive to find what those strengths and weaknesses are of the other person that I'm talking to. So let's say I'm feeling that I'm expecting a lot out of a colleague or a friend and they are not producing what I expect from them, and I'm disappointed. And so instead of being disappointed and letting myself get upset about that and sick, whatever, anxious, I'm going to actually, okay, this is a weakness of mine. I know this is a weakness of mine. How do I change this situation into making me stronger? How do I become stronger from this situation? And that's when I start to pull, okay, well, this person has this, and this quality that I'm attracted to. I like to talk to them because of that. However, they don't communicate the same. That's where that weakness can become a strength. I'm learning to read people and I'm learning to pull from them so that I don't expect the same amount. Now, your strengths and weaknesses are going to be a little hard to write down. I always had a harder time writing my strengths than I did my weaknesses. I'm really critical of myself, so I know what I need to work on and I know what I'm not great at. I have anxiety, I have an anxious personality, I'm very type A, I'm OCD. I know there's a lot of weaknesses that I have, but I'm learning now on switching those into strengths by pulling from those learning processes. So let's take another one. A weakness is communication. Let's say you don't know how to communicate well with people that are in a superior position. Let's say that, for instance. So you have a boss, or you have somebody that's doing a little better than you financially, or you have somebody that is where you want to be, and you don't know how to communicate with them. You don't know what to say. You feel silly when you say certain things. Start from the beginning and just say hello. Start from the beginning and learn about them. Ask them how they got there. Start learning to ask questions. Start learning to ask the right questions. Pay attention to their reaction when you ask the question, because reading other people is going to give you the information that you need to know if you are communicating appropriately to them. Make sure that you communicate and talk to them face to face if possible, or on the phone. Don't text, don't email. That's always going to give off the wrong perception. So that's very important with communication. And any weakness that you have, you can potentially change that into a strength. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, and it's something that you have to fail at a couple of times. I actually like to fail at it, though. I'm learning more as I fail. If I fail at changing a weakness into a strength, I'm okay with that, because I've gotten to the point in my life where I know that that's going to make me even stronger and it's going to make me better. So don't be afraid of admitting your weaknesses. Admit them to the people around you so that they hold you accountable to change them, to be able to build on them. So it's very important that you pay attention to that. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have any weaknesses, drop them down below. Let me know what they are. I'd love to help you kind of strategize how to change that. Or let me know how you change them into strengths, or what experience have you had that has made a weakness that you know stronger. What is something that you have now currently improved on? Anything like that. I'd love to hear from you. So, let us know. And Angel and I are also, I'll drop the link below. creating a group to really help you get through this for you ladies out there that are trying to improve on these mindset building and improve on this building your weaknesses into strengths. And I'm going to be doing some really specific, detailed information in that group. If you're interested, I'll drop the link below, and also ask me any questions that you have. All right, thank you.